Hey there, everyone. Tony from the Prime Real Estate team here, and it is the beginning of June. This is normally a time where people's mailboxes have your property tax notice. And I thought what we do today is go through the tax notice to show you a few of the points here. Perhaps if it's your first tax notice, you've never received one before, wanting to understand a little more about it, or maybe it's one of these documents that you just go through and make your payment and don't even go through the lines on an annual basis. But I wanted to show you mine, for instance. So right here, the 2020 property tax notice. First of all, you see here the due date is August 2020. Now, if you're watching this during COVID times, because I am recording right now as we're undergoing the old coronavirus, typically this date is July. So it's July 2nd or 3rd or whatever around the Canada Day holiday happens there. So this is your property tax notice. Generally look the same in all of our municipalities. I happen to live in Oak Bay. Of course, we've got my name here. I've just grayed out a couple of areas. But the first thing to look at, of course, is the assessed value. Now, we know this because, of course, you would have received your tax assessment in January, early January. I always post a video at that time just explaining what the assessed value is, because the assessed value is not a representation of what you could sell your house for today. The purpose of the assessment is actually to aid municipalities to determine roughly what your proportionate share of the municipal expenses will be. And that's where it comes in handy right now during your property taxes. Because see, this column right here, it says rates. So for instance, the first thing is the school rates. The Oak Bay mill rate, which is what this is 1.27070 for schools. And what they do is they apply that rate with my assessed value, and that's how they come up with how much I'm going to pay this year for school taxes. So for me, it's 15, 22, 30. Goes down to the other agencies that collect during the year as well. So that's BC Assessment, Municipal Finance, Regional District, Regional Hospital, Victoria Regional Transit, all those important things that we all contribute to. Again, they all have their own individual mill rates applied to my assessed value. Gives the calculation of what my proportionate share of the municipal expenses are. Some other things as well. The biggest one is the general municipal debt. Of course, this is Oak Bay. So this is the Oak Bay's collection of taxes. So for me, it's $34.28. My total tax bill for the year is $5,858.28. So that is another very important figure. Of course, there is the homeowner grant. So you can see up here, there are grants. So the basic grant for someone who lives in their home is $570 for the year. And if you're a senior, that figure is $845. So you take that off. So my $58.58 turns into $52.88 because I live in the home. Now, if this was an investment property or a revenue property, I have a tenant in it, for instance, I would not qualify for that homeowner grant. And as a result, I would have to pay the full $58.58. And again, for seniors, there's that $845 homeowner grant. You may notice here that there is a tax prepayments and adjustments here for me, $52.40. What is that? Well, we prepay our property taxes through the bank, so we contribute every month. We recommend that people do this all the time. And the reason for this is it's a lot easier than getting hit up with a big tax bill in the middle of the year. Instead, we spread it out during the whole year. So you can see here, since I've contributed this amount, I only owe $47.48 right now, which is great. And of course, the bottom half of the form here explains how much I owe or how much you would owe, whether there's no grant, the basic grant, or the senior grant, and how you pay your property taxes. Many ways. You can pay online. You can drop the bill off to the municipality. So many things. So that is your tax notice. Again, comes around this time every year. Good to know exactly what it is, but it is the other half of what the property assessment is. And again, this is where the assessment is important, and that is determining how much taxes you're going to be paying. The last thing I want to mention to you is there's penalties. So if you don't pay on time, so again, this is 2020, this is during coronavirus. It says here, there is a 5% penalty if not paid or the grant claimed by August the 4th. Again, that's usually July, right? There is an additional 5% penalty added to any current taxes outstanding after October the 1st. So if you do not make your tax payment before then, you run the risk of having a 10% penalty. So just be careful. Anyways, that's a reading of the property tax notice. If you have any questions about this or anything real estate related, the prime real estate team in Victoria at Remax Camosun is here to help you out. And if you have any further questions, just let us know. Bye now.